Hey, what is up guys? It's your boy Speed here, and today I want to talk to you guys and show you a game that I just played. This was a ranked match where I absolutely popped off. Like, this was one of the craziest games I played in a while. It was a 25-minute game, and I went 19-1 as Offlane BATRIDER. This is on my Smurf, so you guys can hate me, you can dislike the video now. It's not a 3K account, but we're going to be going into this game. I'm going to teach you guys how to play Offlane BATRIDER and why this is one of the highest win rate heroes in Pro Dota. On Dota 2 Pro Tracker, it has a great actually support win rate and a good offlane win rate as well. Alright, before we get into the main part of the video, I do want to let you guys know that I'm not only posting videos here on YouTube, I also frequently post videos on the website. If you don't know what I'm talking about, almost every single day I'm posting a new video to the Game Link website. We're going to teach you guys in depth about how to get to the next level. So if you want to become absolutely broken and really take your game to the next level, I'm going to be able to help you, because sometimes the guides on YouTube, there's either not enough of them, they're not specific, or they're just tier lists, which I know you guys love, but at the end of the day, the Game Link website is going to help you get to the next level. So click the link down below and sign up. So if you're going to be playing this hero in the offlane, what you want to understand is that the reason why it's broken is the change to Firefly. For most of Dota's history, Firefly had the problem where it didn't do much damage unless you had already built up stacks of sticky napalm. This applied to when you were farming, right? If you wanted to make stacks and farm the stacks, you had to build up sticky napalm and then Firefly, because Firefly didn't scale that well. And if you were trying to kill heroes, it was the same thing. Also, if you're against heroes like Juggernaut, Naga Siren, Slark, Lifestealer, Phantom Lancer, anyone who could dispel your sticky napalm, you would have a very hard time killing them and pressuring these heroes. Now, and this is a great game for this, I'm against the Naga Siren, but now at level 2, Firefly does 60 damage per second. 60 damage per second for 15 seconds is 900 damage. That's pretty crazy if you think about it. 900 damage at level 2. And of course, that's not considering that they also heavily buffed Flame Break. If you don't know what they did to Flame Break, well, for most of Dota's history, Flame Break has been a 2-second duration at level 1. Now it is a 5-second duration at level 1, making it do 75 damage, and most importantly, it slows for 25% for the 5 seconds it burns. That's a pretty significant slow at level 1, and that's why this hero is so good now. Now, in terms of the starting items, you're going to go for a lot of stats. The reason why, and I guess another reason why the hero is good, and probably broken, is because of the fact that it's a universal hero, right? So BATRIDER gets a lot of damage. BATRIDER would have a hard time getting even close to this base damage in the past, and now, by leveling up and buying other stat items, he gets very comparable base damage. So in this laning stage, typically you're going to skill your W at level 1. I decided to go a bit off meta here and try something out. I decided to pressure the Naga Siren's first CS. You can do this against any melee hero. It's not bad, it actually felt pretty okay, but I pressured her first CS with the Firefly, and that also secured me the range creep. That's partially because the range creep took aggro immediately. The Naga Siren blocked it in front, which was a mistake on her part, but it felt pretty okay. I got some decent damage and it secured me all of the CS, as I was able to pull creep aggro and they couldn't walk through the fire, and therefore I was able to get a really nice first wave. I should have gotten 4 CS, I just missed the range creep. From there, you're gonna have to ship out 3 tangos, and you should be able to buy them after the bounty runes, just because of the fact that the 3 branches in wand prevents you from actually buying any regen, so you will have to buy the regen after that. Now, what's also crazy about this hero is the fact that even at level 1, it does significantly more damage than it did in the past. Before 7.33, Firefly did 20 damage per second at level 1. Now it does 30 damage per second. It's still a significant increase. Now, trust me, the main timing is level 3, guys, and I'll show you that. But even at level 2, this hero is pretty strong. And the reason why is Flame Break, if used properly, is an incredible pressure spell due to the fact that it's a significant slow and somewhat of a repositioning tool. In this clip here, me and Spirit Breaker hit level 2, Naga Siren gives us no respect, and with the Flame Break, we're able to punch her back and get a devastating amount of autos off, right? This is like 2/3 of her health, and she actually almost ends up dying to the Flame Break. Unfortunately, I didn't have Firefly at the time, so we couldn't commit for the kill, but you could see just with a couple of autos and a level 2 spike, Flame Break does a crazy amount of damage to these melee heroes. From there, I like to put a heavy emphasis on trying to get lane control, and so I'm going to pull a lot of creep aggro onto my range creeps to try to get the lane back. I'm also going to pull a lot of creep aggro to try to keep the creeps alive when they're in a position that I like. And the reason why is the more lane you have to run down, the longer you're going to be able to keep Firefly on them. Now, I hit level 3 in this clip, and that's exactly what I'm looking for, as I'm going to bounce the Naga Siren back into me, and that's going to be an easy kill. I dropped the Blood Grenade on her, and the stacking slows between my Flame Break and Blood Grenade drops her to 197 movement speed. even when the flame break ends, the reason why I like the blood grenade is she's running at 280, and something you have to keep in mind now, a big change to BATRIDER, is the Firefly no longer gives bonus movement speed. So you actually need the flame break and the blood grenade to secure the early kills, and that's exactly what we're going to go for. Unfortunately, the Naga kind of juked me a bit, but whatever. We're able to pick up a nice kill on Disruptor, and now Naga's in a horrible position. She's so low where, you know, I'm going to easily be able to zone her off the wave here, and this is an incredible start. I have 15 last hits because of the fact that the hero has pretty good base damage now. It's a little hard to last hit due to his animation. It's something you have to get comfortable to, but it's better than ever. From there, I actually picked up a Ring of Health, which I think I probably in hindsight shouldn't have, because I don't think Disruptor Naga is going to pressure me too hard, but I was getting chipped a little, so it felt okay. It's hard to say. I end up going boots next, which is always what you want to do. Honestly, you're so good at fighting at this point where it just feels great to have the boots so you can stick on people. Like, I would have killed the Naga earlier if I had went for boots instead of Ring of Health, so that's something to keep in mind. Also, at level 4, what I do is I check if the enemy has Wand. Funny enough, people have stopped buying Wand against BATRIDER because BATRIDER tends not to spam many spells now. So it's like, bad players will get baited to buy Wand against you, and you don't give them any charges, and that's actually huge. But I actually checked here, I'm like, oh, the Naga made the meta play and didn't buy Wand. But what that also means is once I hit level 4 and I skill up my Sticky, I can spam her. It also means that I could technically take it earlier if I wanted to, because Sticky Napalm's a really crazy ability if people don't get stick charges off of it. So yeah, we're gonna dive here, and it's so easy to dive. All you need to do if you want to dive the tower is make sure the creep wave is already under the tower. I would never make this play if my wave wasn't already under the tower, but because it is, we're able to put some pressure. From there, I get a glimpse of the wave, but look at this damage. I mean, this is what I'm talking about, guys. Like, I'm not going to commit to this kill or whatever, but like, I flame break the guy into my Firefly again, and he just doesn't understand what Firefly does now. He was half health, and now he just sits with one stack of Sticky Napalm. With one stack of Sticky Napalm, he just dies, right? He just is burning because it's gonna do 65 damage per second with only one stack of Sticky. Where in the past, it would have done, what, 30? You know what I mean? Like 40, I guess, if you had level 2 Firefly, which you wouldn't do, but you get the point, right? And now I don't know why this Disruptor thought this play was a good idea, but I guess he thinks I'm pressurable. I don't know. This Naga BATRIDER lane is definitely pretty easy, I would say, for the most part, because if he goes on me, I can just flame break away, push the illusions away during the net duration, and I'm fine. But we get another kill, and now we're in an incredible position. You know, I'm 700 gold above the Naga Siren. We're going to pick up our mana boots pretty early on here, and the reason why the mana boots are great is because of the fact that, number 1, they disassemble into Octarine core later on, and number 2, because of the fact that you do want to start spamming Sticky, right? I identified that this Naga Siren does not have any stick, and so you're gonna see I'm gonna start really spamming her with Sticky. Now, to be fair, level 1 Sticky Napalm is pretty bad, honestly, and does cost a lot of mana at 25 mana per stack, so you have to be a little bit careful. You certainly can run out of mana, considering you don't have a bottle like mid laners, but if they don't have a stick, I think it's generally worth it. And now, don't tell me how this play worked. Well, actually, I do kind of know how this play worked. I went on her here just to pressure her, and you can see, even if I didn't kill her, my Firefly basically just insta-kills her illusions. Very close to insta-killing. Like, they almost all died immediately. And then from there, I end up hitting level 6 during this engagement, and she didn't realize that. We walk up, lasso, and another kill. And now a hero that traditionally lanes well into BATRIDER is feeding. I'm 3-0 with 34 last hits, and all I've really done particularly well is get the lane back, and when the enemy extends, go for a kill. And here, it's a snowball effect of the laning stage just going well. She pops her illusions, which means she has no dispel for the Sticky. She commits on the Spear Breaker, which honestly, I should have flame braked earlier. I should have popped my fruit thingy and flame braked earlier or wand to save him. He would have taken significantly less damage, but we're still able to pick up the kill, and so... It's just brutal, man. You don't have to build up any Sticky to dive people. Just immediately you dive them. From there, for the Octarine core, which is the item you're going to be buying because it lets you farm like a madman, you can go the Void Stone. And the reason why is you, as I said, are going to have mana problems if you are fighting. And so in this clip here, I have a deep ward underneath the tier 2 thanks to my beautiful supports. And we're going to go behind the tower and look for a kill. And for BATRIDER, if you're looking to play this hero effectively, you just have to understand that once you hit level 6 and have lasso, you can solo kill almost anyone except for heroes with significant mobility. And that's just the nature of the hero. Going on the axe here, I don't know why he thought he was even remotely okay, because he like kind of manned up for a second, but even without the Spear Breaker, I was gonna solo kill him. Just late flame break, and that's the only thing I'd say, the only mechanical thing that you should optimize. Do not flame break people immediately. You should flame break them when they are running away from you. What I mean by that is, like, I don't need to flame break them here because I'm already on top of them. A lot of people just kind of button mash, and that's not good. You can see I hold it until he actually manages to create a bit of a gap for me, and then I use the flame break to push him back into my lasso. And from there, if you've managed to win your lane, you can start cutting the wave. As you can see, I'm going to drag it here, and I'm going to, bring the wave to the camp, and then because of how good Firefly is, I'm able to farm that camp as well. And now that is a 10-minute Octarine core. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you heard that right, a 10-minute Octarine core. It's where people get their Falcon Blades at minute 10, but nah, I mean, this is obviously the perfect game, right? This is a game where I'm 5-0, great CS, I can cut the wave, I'm about to take the tower, so things are only going to get better from here on out too. But once again here, I'm going to continue to drag the wave. Now, I TP mid, and the reason why is I'm strong, I have Firefly, I have Lasso, but for the most part, I don't recommend roaming too much because a lot of the time, bad carry players will continue to farm in the area. Like, for instance here, I should have canceled my TP, because this Naga Siren makes this horrible play of, and I saw it on the minimap while I was TPing, I was like, oh, maybe I should cancel because I'm probably not killing these guys and Naga's walking to me. And I should have canceled it because realistically, I don't know what she's doing and why she thinks this is safe at all to just like walk up to me. I mean, I do know it's because I'm TPing and she just assumes I'm gonna complete it, but I could have baited her and killed her there, which would have been really high skill and cool. Funny enough, she ends up dying anyway, we get the kill. No, yeah, she just melts. Now at this point with BATRIDER, you're just looking to once again drag the waves to camps, and so this is the best rotation you can have. You drag the lane when it meets close to where the small camp would be, over towards these camps, and you get to farm 3 sets of creeps at once, right? And that's just incredible. It's so much XP, so much gold, and I even make a pretty cool play here. Well, I see the Naga Siren once again farming, and you can just go crazy because look at my health pool too, guys. I have 2,000 health. Like, to be fair, I don't have any armor, and I don't have magic resist, so I'm not that tanky really, but still, it's 2k HP at the end of the day. Now, in terms of your next items, I always buy a Windlace after the Octarine core, and sometimes I buy a Windlace during the laning stage because it will allow you to stay on top of people with a devastating Firefly that no longer gives bonus movement speed. But I go for Boots of Travel, and with the Boots of Travel, I love pushing in side lanes because of the fact that I can connect with my team if I need to. For instance here, I get the Boots of Travel, I see a big fight happening, and this is why the Octarine core is so great. Because without the Octarine core, the cooldown of Firefly is 34 seconds. Therefore, you have a 19-second downtime on the Firefly, meaning that there's a good chance that if you use it to farm, even with the lowered cooldown from maxing it out, you might not have it to fight. But with Octarine core dropping it to 25.5, it feels like you generally almost always have it up. That's what it feels like. Obviously, it's still a 9.5 second downtime, right? It's frankly almost always up. You can connect. And that's exactly what I do. I push in the bot wave, put some pressure there, now I connect to the fight. And if you want to get huge, if you want to be absolutely massive and absolutely broken, then this is what you do. You push in the side lanes with bots, you use the bot's movement speed and the bot's TP to connect to the fight, and that is how you become huge, like literally huge. From there, I'm going to cut the bot wave, and this is pretty funny. I was just trying to be efficient, but you can use it to kill one wave and then TP on the other one. He couldn't kill the creep fast enough on Naga, and I realized quickly that he was trying to juke me, and look at this damage, guys. Look at this damage. As I run him down again. It's just so much damage. I even have Lasso and I just solo kill him. Now, to be fair, I'm double his net worth. Which does skew the matchup a little. I will admit, having double the net worth of your opponent will make you look stronger than you otherwise would. But yeah, we're going to head back to base. From there, you're going to pick up BKB. Some games you can buy Blink, but honestly, I just like buying BKB if I'm snowballing because like then I can just play like a psycho and never be afraid of dying. And that actually will come into play momentarily as I'm gonna farm all the back camps. If the enemy isn't going far out of the base, right, if they're not gonna extend and give me easy kills, I'm just not gonna run into it. So you can see, I don't know where they are right now. My team is roshing. I'm like, all right, whatever. I don't wanna go help with the rosh. We have Ursa, I don't need to, right? And so I'm gonna farm up a big stack because I was afraid they were ganking me bottom, which they were bottom. And then I'm gonna farm the wave under the tower and we complete our 17-minute BKB. And this is huge, right? Because now if I decide to take any sort of risky maneuver or risky play, it likely will work out. And that's exactly what's going to happen in this next clip in a moment here. We're going to take a mid fight. I'm going to pop my BKB. We're going to kill the axe. Then after that, I'm going to look for a side lane to push in. As we kite him out, just continuing to build sticky. When you're playing BATRIDER, one of the key parts of this hero is not committing too hard without Lasso and not committing too hard without BKB. And I don't have either of those. I don't want to just run into heroes and die. So instead, I can just kite this axe with the flame break damage and the sticky napalm. And we're going to chip him down, eventually finish him off with another sticky napalm, fly over onto the puck, and eventually when they're starting to collapse, right, I'll commit. And that's exactly what we do as the fight continues on, continuing to build up sticky, kiting out the disruptor here and pick up another kill. But then immediately after the fight ends, I'm looking to push in the side lanes, and the reason why is because it's just efficient. It's a lot of gold. On top of that, if a lot of safe laners are split pushing, you're going to be able to solo kill them. And that's kind of what I was thinking here. I'm not going to lie. I really wanted to cyber bully the Naga Siren, because that's who I am. I'm a bully. So, you know, it's just what I do here, right? I mean, unfortunately, I run through the wave, but I'm just kind of like looking around. And this is a good example of, as I said, why the BKB is so good. Because they end up making a kind of a reasonable kill attempt on me here. I was playing very psychotic, but fortunately for me, my team was close enough. I canceled the Axe Blink with my sticky napalm and sidestepped it because, you know, I'm the greatest of all time. They don't call me speed for nothing. But we're able to get our BKB off, which I didn't even really need it there. I was completely fine. I was just like vesseled. I guess it was fine to use it so I could purge the puck silence and get the lasso off. But at the end of the day, I truly did not need it. But yeah, that's just going to be all for today's video. If there's anything you want to know about this hero, free to ask in the comment section down below. At level 10, you skip your talent. Do not skill it. Do not skill it. It's not good. Just max the W. It's way better. And then from there, at level 15, you're going to take Flaming Lasso cooldown. At level 20, you're going to take Flame Break charges. And then at level 25, you're going to take Flame Break applies 2 Sticky Napalm stacks. That talent is insane. So it's a way better laner. It's flexible. It scales well. It pushes in lanes. This Mana Boots Vanguard into Disassemble and Octarine is incredible for the hero. It really eliminates the big problem, which is like the Firefly cooldown. And so yeah, just you guys got to give it a try. Hard hero, man, but easier than ever, frankly, in the laning stage. Easier than ever. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you learned quite a bit. I'll see you in the next one. And I'm out. Peace.
And that's all, but remember, before you leave, come on, before you tune out, subscribe to the Game Leap website where we are going to help you get to the next rank. If you're stuck, click the link down below, and I'm out. Peace.